You're still on to Ivan Daybreak, and now we move to the discussion segment. The Senate on Tuesday passed a bill to empower the National Assembly and State Assemblies to summon the President and state governors to answer questions bordering on security or any other issues on which the National and State Houses of Assembly have power to make laws. Among others, the granted financial and administrative autonomy to all the local governments across Nigeria. Now, Dr. Dayo Kayode joins us right now to make sense of this conversation. Now, we have a lot of bills, but this is just the first one we'll be talking about. Now, Dr. Dayo, what's your take on, of course, the National Assembly has passed some bill or rejected some also. So what's your take on it?
Hey, first of all, say good morning to you.
Oh, good morning. I'm so sorry.
I know you don't want me to comment on these big dangling areas.
Apologies,
That
Dr.
is
Dayan.
why, but at least...
Good morning, Dr. Dayan. Thank you for joining. Apologies, Dr. Dayan. I'm so sorry.
Good morning, my brother. How are you today?
I'm all right.
Yes. You see, I want to believe that the National Assembly, they have done well based on those bills being passed, in recent times, even including the electoral bill too. But when you go through all these bills, you're going to see that a lot of things are being inherent into it. Like coming up with another section another subsection after subsection 3 of each of all these ones. And to a very large extent, peradventure, I'm using that word peradventure, if party politics are being put aside when electing the leadership of those houses, of those legislative houses. Because if at the end of the day, they are saying allowing the executive to dominate who becomes what, who gets what within those houses, those legislative houses, then all these bills will just be there. Like I always say, our constitution is not the problem, but those people that are executing it, and then that are interpreting it, they always twist it to suit their...
Let's streamline this right now. I understand the point you're coming from, but let's streamline it into the National Assembly granting the local government financial autonomy. We've had talks of people say the power should... The local government is the place where people can have a one-on-one interaction with their leaders. So granting financial autonomy to the local government, let's start with that particular part of the bill.
I thought we were first of all talking about being able to call the president to order and then the governors to order. But if you are now looking at the local government, it's the best. Okay. Granting local government autonomy is that is what's supposed to have been. Honestly speaking, if if financial autonomy has been granted to local governments since all these days, we wouldn't be seeing what we are seeing now. Again, it's not only financial autonomy. There must be administrative autonomy. And then when you go further, in fact, it's so sweet, that particular area, so sweet, because it also talked about elections and tenure of local government elected officers. When I went through it, that was what was on my mind. But towards the tail end of that particular bill, you will see there the tenure.
You simply preempted me, because we talk about federalism. Some would even call it true federalism. And
federalism, nothing like true federalism. I've been telling them.
Federalism would definitely require that the various governments are autonomous and they work hand in hand. What we've seen over time within our own democratic administrations or setting, as you've said, is that the state government controls the local government, which shouldn't be, even to the point wherein some that are elected are kicked out of office, and then the state governors appoint caretaker chairmen, as they call them, and all of that. With this bill, that addresses the faults.
It's still remaining one aspect. The National Assembly, I want to probably they forgot to add. Let INEC also be conducting election. At that time, they are conducting general election. Election is election. So let INEC also conduct election that will bring in elected officials to the local government. To that extent, local government will now be totally free from the aprons of the governors. So, just as the governors are totally free from the aprons of the president.
All right, Dr. Dayo. All right.
Just quickly to chip in, but certain folks will tell you that, you know, you have your state electoral commissions that are also in charge, and
let them cancel it because it's being controlled by the governors. The governors are making good use of CIEC because they are the one that nominates who goes to CIEC. And between you and me, if I know what I want to achieve, I will put people that I know will listen to my voice there. I will not put those that will not listen to me. And because I am the one that appointed you, then that means I can also kick you out.
All right, now let's look at a couple of other bills that has been passed. Now, that's the next one that says, voted against a bill seeking to provide special seats for women in the National Assembly and State Houses. Now, Dr. Daniel, we saw that 81 members voted for, 208 voted against, I think, and now 13 decided not to vote. So with the special seat for women, what's your take on it?
What a man can do, a woman can do better. That's what women always say. Also go back to Beijing conference. Women believe that yes, they have equal capacity like men. 1. 2, in most professions, like piloting, do they provide special seat for women there? No, you go for training. The same training with men. We have seen women now carrying guns. You go to the same training in NDA with men. So what makes National Assembly to be different? Go to the field as
and prove your competence.
And prove your competence.
Yeah.
But we are now saying you are providing special seats. You now see those that are not capable coming up. So how do you provide for that seat? In my constituency now, if I call Jai, 2 women are contesting for House of Reps, and I've given them kudos. Do you understand? There shouldn't be anything like special seats. You should know that you are qualified. Look at people like Ekwenife. She was formerly in the House of Reps. Now she is in Senate. Look at people like Olujimi. She rose from, do you understand? She was even once a deputy governor
to Fayoshe
in Ekiti State. And a whole load of them like that. Even look at Salif Johnson of Liberia, former president of Liberia. Do you understand? Look at people like Condoleezza Rice. And so many of them like that. Look at also the House of Reps speaker in America. What's her name again? That was fighting
Pelosi.
Trump. Pelosi. That was fighting my friend that time. Do you understand?
Okay, well.
No, we have our own load of them there. So let Nigeria women, let them emerge. I appreciate those of them that are there already. So copy them. Somebody like you are very versatile when we are talking of politics and all that. I don't know what you are doing here. Go to the field.
Okay.
And then maybe go to the House of Start from a councillor, later House of Assembly, then reps, and up like that.
Let me take you on quickly on this. I mean, I understand this is due to an elective position, talking about the state houses of assembly, assembly as well as National Assembly. But when it comes to the government, the executive, do you subscribe to the notion of, you know, equality within positions between both genders? The reason for that is in certain Western countries.
You mean executive?
Yes.
Appointed political.
Yes, that's what I mean. In certain Western countries, you have that kind of balance, 50-50. For example, Canada, you have an equal balance between the men and women in terms of the government. So do you subscribe to that when it comes to political appointments for example, your ministers? the cabinet?
You see, there are two ways to that. Because before you can be given a political appointment, that means you must have been somebody who is very versatile politically.